Good morning, class. Hope you all are fine. I am Hemant Singh Pokhariya, Assistant Professor, Computer Science and Engineering, Department Graphicera, deemed to be University, Dehradun. Today we will discuss literal, minterm, maxterm, SOP form and POS form. In last class, we discussed about different Boolean algebra theorems and laws. In last class, we discussed about all these theorems. Now come into algebraic manipulation. Okay, before that, just come here. This f equal to x plus y dash z. Okay, x plus y dash z. In the truth table, there are different minterms and different maxterms. One at output is corresponds to minterms and 0 are maxterms in truth table. In output means there are 3 maxterm and 5 minterms. Now this x, y dash and z, what are these? These are called literals. Okay, x is literal, y dash is literal and z is literal. Literal is nothing. Okay, it is a variable in complemented or in uncomplemented form. In this case, x plus x dash y, there are three literals. One is x, second one is x dash and third one is y. It can be in complemented form. X dash is in complemented form and y is in uncomplemented form. Now suppose this is your question, you have to simplify this by using minimum number of literals, means you have to use less than 3 literals. How will you simplify? Just apply distributive law. X plus yz is nothing, it is x plus y and x plus z. So x plus x dash and x plus y, and you know x plus x dash equal to 1. So final answer is x plus y. Now only 2 literals are there, x plus y. In this case only 2 variables in uncomplemented form. This is your all about literal. Next, you are already aware with De Morgan theorem. It is again very important. We will determine POS by using De Morgan theorem from SOP form. This is, you just f bar, just apply one complement. F bar is nothing, a bar dot b bar dot c bar. And what will be the dual and literals of this function? You know, in case of dual, we just interchange plus by dot, dot by plus, and we interchange 1 by 0. So in this case, f equal to a dot b dot c. And what will be the complement? This is your complement. If suppose this is your function, take whole complement. Expression will be a bar dot b bar dot c bar. Now come into minterm. Okay, minterm are nothing, these are AND term. Suppose y equal to a b plus c d. a b is minterm and similarly a b is product term and c d is product term. Now it is not minterm. To determine minterm, first you have to determine canonical form. in canonical form, what happens? There are all the variables available in complemented and in uncomplemented form. And this is your example. Suppose this is your function. Okay, how will you convert? Suppose this is your y equal to f equal to a plus bc. This is in SOP form, sum of product, but not in canonical form. To determine in canonical form, what we do? First, multiply by 1. Okay, multiply by 1, and which variable is missing, just multiply by b plus b bar. You know b plus b bar is 1. Similarly, c is also missing, c plus c bar. So a, b plus b bar, c plus c bar. Now in this case only a is missing, so multiply by 1 means a plus a bar equal to 1. Now apply distributive theorem, just ab plus ab bar, now c plus c bar, then abc take common and a bar bc, then again multiply this abc bar, a bar b bar c, abc bar, a b bar c bar, abc plus a bar bc. This is, and at last you have to apply idempotent theorem, x plus x equal to x. If there are two same term, abc plus abc, you know a plus a equal to a, so you can reduce one term, abc plus abc, abc. So final, this is now in SOP form, standard SOP form, means it is in canonical form. In canonical form, every function contain every variable is in every product term. In this case abc, in this case either in complemented form or in uncomplemented form. Now again come back to this PPT. Okay. Now what is min term? Min term, it is product term which contains all the variable. It is AND term. In case of min term, a bar equal to 0 and a equal to 1. Suppose a equal to 0, b equal to 0, c equal to 0, it means a bar, b bar or c bar, and it contains all the variables. And 1 at output is corresponds to min term. This is 0 0. If min term is 0 0, it means a bar b bar c, a bar b bar c bar. 0 0 1, a bar b bar c. In min term, x equal to 1, x bar equal to 0, a bar b bar c. In suppose this is 5 1 0 1, it is m5, a 0 means b bar and 1 c, 1 1 abc. These all are min terms, value of min terms from m0 to m7. Okay. Now come into max term. In max term, it is OR term which contains all the variables. It contains all the variables either in complemented form or in uncomplemented form. This is your OR function. So suppose a equal to 1, b equal to 1, it will nothing, a bar plus b bar plus c bar. This a bar plus b bar plus c bar is one max term. Now you can understand what is the significance of canonical form. Canonical form in case of SOP, you can say it is sum of min terms. In case of canonical POS, it is product of max terms. Okay. And if in output there is 0, it corresponds to max term. Now what will be the value of capital M0? It is a plus b plus c. X bar equal to 0 and x equal to 1. So it is a plus b plus c. So you have to determine 1 0 0. A bar plus b plus c. These are, in this way you can determine value of M0, M1, M2, M7. Now suppose this is any truth table. In this case there are 1 2 3 4. 4 are max term and 1 1 1 which are highlighted by red color, these are min terms. This is a bar b bar c. Next this is 1 means 1 0 0 a b bar c bar, and this one 1 0 1, so a b bar c, and this 1 1 1 a b c, a b c. Now in terms of min term, these all are your min terms, and now you have to just replace these value by min terms. It is very useful in case of K-man. Means you can say F equal to sigma m a bar b bar c. It is 1 sigma m 1 comma 4 comma 5 and 6, sorry 7, a b c 1 1 7. And in case of POS, okay, sum of max term, there are 1 2 3 4 4 max term. And if you already know the value of min terms, you do not need to worry about what will be the value of max terms. Means if there is in SOP form, you can directly determine in POS form. If there are, you always have to remember, if there are n min terms, then remaining terms will be max term. In this case remaining min terms are 1 4 5 7, so remaining terms means 0 2 3 and 6 will be max term. How will you determine? Just take this is 1 4 5 7, sigma 1 4 5 7, this is min term, and product of max term. How will you determine? Just you have to take double complement. Always remember, you have to take double complement, not just dual of that function. Always you will take double complement of that SOP form to determine POS form. Now this is your whole complement and F double bar, so a b c, a bar b bar c bar, and plus a bar b c bar plus a bar b c plus a b c bar. Now again minimize this. Now again take complement of this, apply De Morgan theorem, a b c bar this and this. Now again apply De Morgan theorem, means you are applying 3 times De Morgan theorem. A plus b plus c, a plus b plus c, a plus b bar plus c, a bar plus b. Now this is your max term, and value of this a plus b plus c is 0, m0, m2, m3 and m6. So you can directly determine. So in case of exam, you do not need to solve this. Just remaining terms which are available in truth table are always max term. So 1 4 5 7 means 0 2 4, sorry 0 2 0, this is, sorry, this is your 0 0 1, this is 1, this is, sorry, this is F, not F bar, this 0 0, so 0, next 0 1 0, this is your 2 and this is your 3 and this is your 6. So 0 2 3 6, these will be the one. In case of standard or canonical POS, we represent by pi, capital M, or simply just write down pi. In case of SOP, just represent by sigma, because this is sum of product term. Why pi? Because this is AND of or product of max terms. So in this way you can determine minterms and maxterm. Okay, and I already discussed about sum of product. Okay, it's all about your today lecture. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.